this work? Mira, it's nice to see you in more than two dimensions. And I had a really, really great time reading your book. It was one of the funniest books we've read so far. And I identified so strongly with this book and Mira's life because, you know, I'm also Asian American. And then, just experiences of her motherhood, experiences of growing up as a part of the counterculture, and so it was a very fun read. So I don't know, do you guys know this sign? It means Me Too, right? Me Too. So if you want to be part of the Me Too movement and want to get super political, you can do this. So, okay, so the parts of the book that I found really hit me were things like when she got spat on by a bunch of boys in Brooklyn. Me too. That happened to me. Even her relationship with her son and the way that the political environment is also my experience. Actually, my daughter's birthday is January 20th. If you guys know, that's the date of the inauguration. So actually, when my daughter was born, George Bush Jr. was actually being inaugurated while my daughter was coming out of my oversized bush. And the other part of the book that I loved was this idea that in other countries or in other societies that minorities are also racist. Yeah. That we have biases, we have colorisms, we have implicit bias, and then it's reinforced by so much aspects of our culture. Like, for instance, the church, which is supposed to be like our highest spiritual guidance, we always kind of have this us and them situation, the saved and the damned. And I was wondering if we could even really say that any of us are truly non-biased and somehow leaning towards some kind of aspect of feeling separated from the other person, right? So I was thinking about this idea of how do we own our own biases. And so we're gonna try, as we own our own biases, I thought about this idea if racism and bias is really an expression of some internal thing that happens within us. I know you guys are all very evolved, it's obvious in your performances, but is there something that we experience where we feel that we are separated from the one source? So, luckily, in the book, there's a reprint of the Obama's National Democratic Convention speech, and I thought it was really great how he created this space in order for us to feel that we could change and that the change was possible, right? So, as we inch towards those ideas, I'm going to ask you to participate in a group activity, like I always do. Okay, so as a chef educator, we're going to do a kind of not a game particularly. It might feel like Macarena, but not at all. Okay. First, we're going to have communion with each other, and I made a drink. And Sandy is going to be my lovely assistant, and anyone who's around there, if we could pass the drink out to everyone, you could just take a shot of the drink, and then you can put the plastic cup back onto the tray. If other people could help me, or if more needs to get poured, we're all going to take the drink together. And then as you take the drink, because I am a chef educator, I will tell you how I made the recipe. Okay? There's nothing in it that's going to harm you. There's no sugar. It's gluten-free. It's vegan. It's very helpful. It's for insulin regulation. There's no added additional ingredients. It's just water. So it's water, about a gallon of water, and about 7 or 8 sticks of cinnamon. I crushed it. I boiled it for 20 minutes, and it makes a naturally sweet drink that you can give to your kids. You can have right before doing a kind of intensified group activity. And yeah, it's pretty delicious. So I put a secret ingredient, and we're all going to become the same color. Okay. No, just kidding. All right, maybe not. All right, so the group activity is, oh, I need my gong. Someone pass me my gong. It's so weird it's the first time I performed with notes, and this kind of actually doesn't work. Okay, so in order to participate for the group activity, everybody needs to stand up. Oh yeah, you can drink it, because where are we gonna put the cups after? Okay, we'll drink all together. Salud! Okay, nice. All right. Within about 10 minutes, you'll all kind of start changing, but anyway. The next thing that's gonna happen is that I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna ring the gong 2 times, okay? On the first gong, you're gonna pair up quickly and quietly with someone that you do not know personally. So the performers are amazingly vulnerable, right? So I almost feel like I know them, but if you don't know the performer personally, I would imagine it would be nice to walk up to them. You're gonna pair up with them and then face each other. On the second gong, you guys are gonna look into each other's eyes for 1 full minute or more. Okay, and then the next sound that's gonna happen is gonna let you know that the minute or more is up, and then you're gonna just thank each other. A lot of thoughts are gonna go through your head because it's like an extremely uncomfortable situation. So my piece is actually called Common Ground Zero. So we're gonna think about it like this. We all just took this drink, right? So we're all kind of in the same space. We're all standing in the physical same space. We're all standing on the earth together. We're actually on common ground. So if thoughts about your difference come up, try to replace them with thoughts of your connectedness and your sameness, okay? Are you guys ready? Ready? So the first gong is the pairing up. Ooh, people are so into it. Is everybody paired up? If you're paired up, raise your hands. If you're paired up, raise your hands.
We've already started doing the staring.
Yeah, you guys are so into it. You can't help connecting to each other. On the second gong, we're going to go for a full minute. Let me set my timer. Hold on. Okay. Ready?
Is this a Macarena?
Love each other.